It's a tragic story about Orlando Brown. Seeing that he was an actor, a rapper. Some people would say he's not really a rapper, but mostly an actor. Um, he is seen him in the Jamie Foxx show, That's So Raven, and countless other series that he is guest starred on or starred on. But that kid has so much potential at one point that we thought that he was going to be probably one of the most successful kid to adult actor in this whole Hollywood Disney World type of thing. We seen him progress to be a pretty good actor, and we thought that he had a great future in the business. But then Orlando Brown started making some changes that we started noticing. He started making some horrific changes in his life that seems like demons have taken over from him. And when I say demons, I'm not talking about other realms of demons like the devil. I'm talking about drugs and alcohol. It's clear that you can see that he's abusing these products. So when you see this guy run around and put himself in a situation that he almost get killed, he's going to jail, he's getting into fights with people, and it just get worse and worse every time you see him. You can see the look on his face. He start looking crazy. He start looking like he's out of his mind, out of this world. Not the guy that people used to say they like. I see a lot of people talk about him, how he was such a nice kid, how he was this, he was that, and the person that he has turned into now. I've watched a video on YouTube with him walking down a street in an area barefoot and walking up on some gang members, and they're about to beat him up, and he runs off, and just a whole bunch of crazy stuff with that kid, man. uh I realized that podcasters use him to get views because he go up there and spill a whole bunch of crazy stuff. He say a whole bunch of nonsense, put himself in problems so he can get views. And I understand. I'm a podcaster myself. So I understand that it's business and they're paying this guy for a service and he comes and he delivers. But that's not doing him any good. And we can't blame podcasters. We really have to blame Orlando Brown for the destruction of himself. He's putting himself in a situation where we'll probably see Orlando Brown leaving this earth here soon because he's making some unwise decisions. He's making some unnecessary moves to put his life and the people around him life in jeopardy. I'm watching him on social media. I'm watching him on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of times that, you know, people just feel sorry for him and don't hurt him. I've seen that he get into a situation with a guy, and the guy, grabbed him up, want to do something to him, and the guy just released like, yo, like something's wrong with this kid. We can see that there's a problem, but he has nobody around to help him. Now, is that people around him fault that Orlando Brown is in the situation? I wouldn't say that. I would say Orlando Brown is an adult and he should go and find help because there's help out there that he could get. But Orlando Brown has see fit for him to keep putting himself in situation where it's probably going to end up costing him his life, either the drugs or somebody's going to do something to him that he can't come back from. Uh, I watch him on these interviews, man, and it's like he takes something before he goes on the interviews because you can see he's spaced out in his eyes. You can the comments that he's making. It's like he's just out of it, and these podcasters are so happy that he come up there and he's spilling all this nonsense, and they know they're going to get views from behind it, and people in the comments section laughing at him and laughing and just enjoying the foolishness that he's saying, and they going in on him. That how social media is. People's going to talk crazy, and you could tell he's the type of guy that goes in and looks at these comment section and see what people are saying about him, because you can hear in some of the interviews like when he's talking crazy, he's talking erratic, like he's trying to answer back to some of the people that are saying stuff about him in the comment section too. And I don't know where we can go to help this guy. I don't know if there's a Jamie Foxx or somebody, a Denzel Washington, or somebody that he respects in the industry that can pull him to the side, maybe bring him to a clinic, get him cleaned up, and get him the help that he need. Or maybe they have tried. We don't know. Maybe all these people have tried, look out for him. And when these people are on these substance, they usually bite the hands that's trying to help them. They usually say mean stuff and do stuff to you, so you kind of step away from them because you can't manage the verbal assault, the way they deal with situations around. You don't want to put yourself around that situation. But I feel sorry for that kid, man. I've watched his destruction for a while now, and I've been saying to myself for a while that I wanted to just do a quick video, talk about it, say something about it, and I don't even know if people share the same sentiments that I share. Some people might come up here and say, "I don't care. Let him do what he do. Yo, if he want to get on drugs and alcohol and do whatever to himself, let him do it." But it's just sad to see a young black man with so much potential reach where he's at now. I was wishing and hoping that he would be more of a guy that could be an example for kids, be an example, well, not even be an example, just be more successful, be the guy that people thought he would be. But instead he turned out to be one crazy mother effer that runs around, get himself in problem. I was watching a video with him getting himself in another situation again over the weekend, that I was watching it, and I'm like, even if the person is in the wrong, it's just another situation that Orlando Brown has put himself into that could cost him his life, that could cost him his freedom. And he's wilding out. I heard that he got locked up behind it or tossed out the restaurant or club behind it. And it's like it's a never-ending saga with him. It's always something going on. That person's up for destruction to just keep doing stuff, doing stuff, doing stuff, doing stuff, doing stuff until there's nothing else to stop the destruction. It's just have to happen. Something has to give, or he gets hurt, or he hurts somebody, or he puts himself out of his own misery somehow, some way. But that kid seems very mentally drained, very mentally out of it, very mentally challenged at this point when it comes to the real world. Seems like he's just lost. It seems, I don't even want to repeat half of the stuff that he said, because I know a lot of you guys who are gonna watch this have probably already seen and hear some of the stuff that he's saying. Whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, a lot of people see it and we laugh at it. I watch videos and people making content and they're laughing at him, and people in the comment section laughing at him. And you do have the people that encourage this nonsense. But for the most part, I've seen people realizing that this brother needs help and that somebody should probably reach out and help him. And I don't think he has anybody out there to help him at this point. This is the destruction of a young black man, the destruction of Orlando Brown. He needs help. And I don't know if he'll ever get the help, but I do know the path that he's going on, he won't be here for too much longer. He won't be around us for too much more longer. He won't be making stupid comments on people's podcasts. He won't be getting some of you podcasters views. So it might be in your best interest to reach out somewhere, see if you can help him instead of hindering him. I'm hoping that somebody hear this message and pull him to the side and bring him back to reality. Man, I'm out, man. This is a sad situation, man. Sad.